Students litter the campus, some travel in a rush, and others take their time across the many paths spanning RU. You'll find them sipping Starbucks, browsing the bookstore, or chatting before class. You can't walk by a group of students without hearing one complaint or another.
We should have more diverse things on campus.
I wish Chick-fil-A was open on the weekend.
Tell me I can live off campus. It is whack it's taking so long.
Most brush off their frustrations, skipping out on the SGA meetings and not writing to the newspaper. Their voices are never heard. With an empty box in hand, I took to the sidewalks of RU and asked them to speak up. 150 students took the opportunity, grabbing a marker and writing down their thoughts. Campus food and parking tied with the most concerns. Students addressed the lack of options, healthy and otherwise. They suggested a return of takeout boxes, an extension of dining hours, and additional weekend choices. The current lack of open restaurants over the weekend period continues to frustrate students. The majority of the terrace shops are closed for entire weekends, and the dining hall within Muse is also only open to students Monday through Friday. There is an overwhelming response for more convenient and better parking options. Radford University's on-campus community faces a long hike across a bridge to the Deadman lots, where they face forgetting where they last parked, and later a challenge to find an open spot. Many students are constantly ticketed and face ticking meters around campus. Commuter students have difficulty finding open spots and leave way earlier than necessary for class. They're constantly late due to inadequate parking spots. The Book Exchange even points out the school's issue on bumper stickers that read, "If you see my professor, tell him I'm still looking for a parking spot." Several students rallied around one issue strongly: the gym. Workout times, the state of gym equipment, and the access to the Deadman Center were popular suggestions. Students decided to take the time and give their teachers an evaluation as well. One suggestion was given to make lessons more interactive and fun, also pointing out that everyone's forgetful and asking teachers to be merciful when it comes to late work. The suggestions showed that the off-campus seminar has been on the minds of many. A lack of clear communication between the university and the student body has presented an irritation for those trying to plan ahead. Transportation, lack of security on campus, frustration with campus maintenance in the early hours, issues with the registration process, a dislike of the new core classes, and an unlikely suggestion of building escalators filled the suggestion box. 2 students argued on alcohol. A desire to abolish RU's party school image faced off against an overall dislike of the current dry campus policy currently in effect. Many others showed their displeasure with the overwhelming amount of police that seemed to rather bust parties than protect campus. However, not all of RU's suggestions took on a negative stance. Many asked fellow students to look up as they headed to class, stay motivated, recycle, and support their school. Radford University welcomed the suggestion box as their personal voice box. The question began as, what suggestions would you give your fellow students, faculty, and administration? But now, it really should be, is the school willing to change? Check the upcoming issue of the Tartan for our story on the suggestion box RU style. Plausible suggestions will be passed along to RU student government.